Chapter 1. The Origins of Hinduism, from the Vedas to Early Beliefs. Hinduism is one of the oldest and most complex religions in the world. Its roots trace back to the Vedic traditions around 1500 BCE, shaped by the migration of Aryan communities into India. During this time, the Vedas, sacred scriptures, were compiled, laying the foundation for Hindu belief systems. The Vedic period was characterized by elaborate rituals, worship of nature deities, and the rise of the Brahmin class. Over time, philosophical texts like the Upanishads began questioning the relationship between the individual soul, Atman, and the universal soul, Brahman. Concepts such as karma, reincarnation, and moksha became fundamental aspects of Hindu thought. This ancient religion was not only shaped by rituals and mythology, but also by its answers to existential questions. Would Hinduism become a belief system governed by universal laws of fate, or would it continue evolving to resonate with diverse societies? Chapter 2. The Great Epics of Hinduism, Ramayana and Mahabharata. The most powerful narratives of Hinduism were spread through epic tales. The Ramayana and Mahabharata were not merely mythological stories, but also moral and social guides that shaped Hindu society. The Ramayana tells the story of Prince Rama and his quest to rescue his wife Sita from the demon king Ravana. The Mahabharata depicts the massive war between the Pandava and Kaurava clans. One of its most significant sections is the Bhagavad Gita, in which Krishna imparts divine wisdom to Arjuna. The Bhagavad Gita is considered one of the most important philosophical and spiritual texts, not only in Hinduism, but in world literature. These epics defined Hindu moral, social, and religious values, teaching people how to live virtuously. But were these stories merely echoes of the past? Or do they still hold timeless wisdom that shapes lives today? Chapter 3. The Expansion of Hinduism, spreading across Asia. Hinduism extended beyond India's borders, influencing different parts of Asia. Southeast Asia became one of the major regions where Hindu culture left a lasting impact. Countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam embraced Hindu traditions. The Angkor Wat Temple in Cambodia stands as a grand example of Hindu influence on art and architecture. Hinduism also interacted with Buddhism and Jainism, sharing and adapting spiritual concepts. Deities like Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma took on new forms as Hindu beliefs blended with local cultures. The spread of Hinduism across Asia demonstrated its adaptability and resilience. But did these interactions strengthen Hinduism, or did they lead to a dilution of its original essence? Chapter 4. The Bhakti Movement and Hindu Reform. Throughout history, Hinduism underwent significant transformations. During the medieval period, the Bhakti movement revolutionized Hindu spirituality by rejecting the rigid caste system and complex rituals, emphasizing personal devotion to God instead. Mystical poets like Kabir, Mirabai, and Tulsidas touched people's hearts through poetry and hymns. The idea of direct worship of God made Hinduism more accessible to common people. The Bhakti movement challenged the caste-based structure of Hindu society, promoting religious freedom and personal faith. But was the Bhakti movement a true revolution, or was it simply Hinduism's way of adapting to changing times? Chapter 5. Colonialism and the modernization of Hinduism. In the 19th century, British colonial rule brought drastic changes to India. Hindu traditions and practices faced criticism under Western influence. Reformers like Swami Vivekananda, Ram Mohan Roy, and Mahatma Gandhi sought to modernize Hinduism while preserving its core values. Swami Vivekananda introduced Hinduism to the Western world, making Vedanta philosophy a universal teaching. Gandhi, on the other hand, led India's independence movement using Hinduism's principle of ahimsa, nonviolence. Hindu reform movements aim to balance traditional beliefs with modern ideals. Did colonialism destroy Hindu identity, or did it ultimately strengthen and globalize it? Chapter 6. The Global Influence of Hinduism. Today, Hinduism is practiced not only in India, but by millions of people worldwide. Yoga, meditation, and Vedic philosophy have gained immense popularity in the West, integrating Hindu teachings into global culture. In the United States and Europe, many individuals explore Hindu spirituality and incorporate its philosophies into their lives. Bollywood culture, Hindu festivals, and art have also enhanced Hinduism's presence on the world stage. But will Hinduism sustain itself as a religious system in the modern world, or will it weaken in the face of secularization and globalization? If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for everything.